Hi everyone, good day. So welcome to our first session of our vacation math camp, our online vacation math camp. Right, so most of you will know by now that I am Miss Cooper and I will be doing your videos, your preview videos that you should be watching before the start of your live session according to whichever form that you are in, right? So guys, we are starting very basic, right? And we're going to start with something called BODMAS. BODMAS, right? So you guys would have heard of this too. What is BODMAS? When we say BODMAS, what are we talking about? Right? What are we talking about when we say BODMAS? So if you're seeing the screen now, you're seeing ordering mathematical operations. Now, mathematical operations, we have something called laws of arithmetic, right? The laws of arithmetic. And we have 4 basic laws that everyone should know of. The first one is addition, in no particular order, but addition. The second one is subtraction, right? The third one is multiplication. And of course, you should know the fourth one, which is division. And what we're going to do is use BODMAS within the laws of arithmetic to tell us how to work out questions. So, we always see these strict questions as in 2 plus 4 multiplied by 6. How do we work this out? What is the answer? And the answer is use BODMAS. So let me define what BODMAS stands for, right? B, as we see here, it's for brackets. And of course, brackets look like this. It could look like this. It could look like this. So we have the curved ones, we have the curly ones, and we have the square ones. All of these are different types of brackets, and it means to work out whatever is inside my brackets first. After B, we have O. And a lot of times persons say, oh, I know what O is for. O is for of. No, O is not for of. O is for order. And some of you may not know this too, but order means the power of something. So when you hear terms like 2 squared, 3 cubed, something to the 4th or the 5th power, we're talking about order, powers, right? So 2 squared, which is just 2 by 2, 3 squared, which is just 3 by 3. Anything squared is that number multiplied by itself. What about 2 cubed? It just means that number multiplied by itself 3 times. So 2 by 2 by 2. 3 cubed. 3 by 3 by 3. Right? So it means work out what's in the brackets. Then work out your order or your powers. And after that, we go to our D. Right? We go to our D, which is, of course, division. D for division, and we already know what division is, right? Let's go back up. Our M, we already know what M is for, multiplication. So it means work out my brackets, whatever is in my brackets, work out my powers, then go and divide, then go and multiply. Then we have, so far we're on bottom, and we're going to A and S, which we know, according to the laws of arithmetic, would be addition, which looks like this, and subtraction. Anybody knows another term for addition? Sum, to find the total. Subtraction, minus, take away, right? So this is BODMAS. This is BODMAS for you. B, brackets, O, order, D, division, M, multiplication, A, addition, S, subtraction, and we do it from top to bottom, right? So take some time, process that, of course, ensure that you are making your notes, right? So by the time you get to your tutorial session and you're doing your question, you already know what we're talking about, what we say. We're going to use BODMAS terms, right? BODMAS, the set of operations using BODMAS. So let's get into some examples of how to use BODMAS. And we're going to start with some very, very basic examples, right? So the first one we're going to do is 3 multiply by 2 add 5. According to BODMAS, I'm going to write it on the side. I have to look for brackets first. And I am seeing brackets right here. So I know I have to work that out first, right? So my next line would be 3 multiply by what's inside the brackets, 2 plus 5, and we know 2 plus 5 using your calculator. So, boy, you should not use your calculator for this, 7. And now our brackets are over. Now we move on to power. There is no power, there is no division, and there is multiplication. So now we move on to 3 multiplied by 7, which of course would be 21. So if you see me watching this way, it's because I'm watching the camera, although the camera is here, right? 21. Nice. Let's do a second example of BODMAS. Let's do a second example of BODMAS. 16 minus 8 minus 3 in brackets. Of course, according to BODMAS, we would go what is in brackets first. So that's going to give me, I'm going to put back my 16 minus, because I'm not touching anything there as yet. And I'm going to do 8 minus 3, which is 5. And now we don't have any powers, no multiplication, no division, no addition, and we have subtraction. So we do 16 minus 5, which is 11. So some nice straightforward examples. Let's do a third example where we have 3 multiplied by 5, add 2. And let's go. No brackets, no powers, no division. We have multiplication. So we're going to do 3 by 5, which is 15. And we're going to put back our add 2, which will give us 15 add 2, which is 17. Not bad at all. I think that you all are doing this and you should be like, yeah, I understand. 3 plus 6 divided by 2. So I know a lot of you all would say, oh, 3 plus 6 is 9. 9 divided by 2 is 4.5. Without thinking, BODMAS. So this is incorrect. This is incorrect. Let's try the correct way. Right? Let's do the correct way. No brackets, no powers. We have a division. No brackets, no powers. We have a division, so we have to go and work out the division first. 6 divided by 2. So I'm going to put back 3 plus, and I'm going to do my division first, which is 6 divided by 2, which is 3. And now I go back to my 3, add 3, which is 6. Using the rules of BODMAS, we know to work out division before we add. Divide before we add. Not add because it's first and then divide. So if you see division, you go to the 2 numbers that are dividing and divide them. Put back your answer, which we end up with 3 here. And then 3 plus 3, which is 6. So let's get into a little bit more complicated terms. So we're going to introduce you guys some orders, right? Okay, last example before we do one with orders, right? So I have this long equation here. How to do this? So I write it at the corner so I would not forget. And I'm looking for brackets first. So let's highlight our brackets. 3 plus 2 5 by 3. So let's do that. So I'm going to put back 15 divided by, of course, I'm going to work out my brackets, 3 plus 2, which is 5. So I'm going to put 5. And then I'm going to put minus 8. I don't need to put back the brackets because I already worked it out. So minus 8 by 3, add 7, multiply by, and I'm going to work out the next set of brackets, which is 5 by 3, which is 15. So we would have completed brackets. Let's do powers, no powers. So we skip powers and order. Let's do division. Oh, I see division here. So let's do 15 divided by 5, which is 3. And then I'm going to write back everything. And then I am going on to multiplication because I did division already. And this is multiplication and this is multiplication. So I'm going to put back my 3. And I'm going to work out this entire thing here, right? I could put back my minus sign because we're not dealing with negative and positive numbers as yet. So I'll put back my 3 minus, and I'm going to work out 8 multiplied by 3, which is 24. And then I'm going to put my addition sign. I'm going to work out 7 by 15, and 10 by 7 is 70, and 7 by 5 is 35, so that's 105, right? So of course, you should be able to multiply 15 by 7 via maybe your brain, maybe pen and paper, or your calculator, which that may be complicated, but let me explain. When you have division and then multiplication, so let's say you have 6 divided by 2 multiplied by 4. We're going to divide, get 3, multiply by 4, and get 12, right? But let's say we had 6 multiplied by 2 divided by 4, but it says to divide first. So we don't need to go and divide first and then come back and multiply. Once we have multiplication and division together, we go from left to right. So we could work out the multiplication before the division. So again, we will clear this up in your tutorial if you have any questions. So 6 by 2 would be 12. Multiplication first because we're going from left to right because there's multiplication and division. And then we're going to divide by 4, which is 3. So let's try for addition and subtraction. 2 add 4 minus 6. We add first, which is 6 minus 6, which is 0. But if it was 6 minus 2 add 4, even though it says addition and then subtraction, but the subtraction is first and then the addition is second, right? We can go from left to right. So we could work out the subtraction first and then work out the addition. So that would be 6 minus 2, which is 4. 4 add 4, which is 8. Again, if you have any queries, any concerns, please ask your tutor to clarify it for you. And of course, find yourself in help desk if you don't understand what I'm saying, right? Right. So we have here 3 minus 24, add 105. We have subtraction and then addition. So we're going to go from left to right. We don't need to work on the addition first, right? We'll go from left to right. So we'll say 3 minus 24. This is direct numbers dealing with positive and negative numbers. So I'm just going to tell you that 24 minus 3 is 21. And because the bigger number is on the negative, I'm going to put that minus sign there. We'll clarify this next session when we start positive and negative numbers. And then we're going to add 105. So it comes like I'm saying 105 is going to minus 21, right? And 5 goes, so we'll end up with 16, and then 100 minus 16 will be 84. And that is how we end up We had 84 for our answer for this particular BODMAS. So we do one more question that has powers included. All right, so this is the last question we'll be doing for this video. And again, it looks long, but all you have to do is remember your rules of BODMAS. So we're seeing two types of brackets here. We have the curved brackets, and then we have the squared brackets. So of course, I'm going to go in. I know that I have to work out brackets first, so I'm working out these squared brackets first. But inside the squared brackets, there are curved brackets. I'm going to work out the curved brackets first. So that's going to be, I'm going to put back my square brackets and I'm going to put back 96 divided by, because I'm going to work out what's in the brackets. We have a power there. So that means that in order for us to work out the curved brackets, we need to work out what is 6 squared. And from earlier, we said that any number squared is that number multiplied by itself. 6 by 6, which will give me 36. So I'm going to put my brackets as 36 minus 12. I'm going to put back everything because I don't want to complicate or confuse myself, right? Now I'm going on again, and I'm going to put back my 96 divided by, work out my brackets, 36 minus 12 is 24, right? And I'm going to put my divided by 4 minus 3. I'm going to put my square brackets, multiply by 2, add 13. Now, I have 2 divisions inside my brackets. So according to BODMAS, I have division, and subtraction. So I'm going to work out division before I get to subtraction. So let's go from left to right. Put back my square brackets, 96 divided by 24. Let's work that out. 96 divided by 24 is 4. And then put back my division sign, minus 3 by 2 add 13. So I'm taking my time, right? Step by step. Square brackets, 4 divided by 4, division before subtraction. So 4 divided by 4 is 1. I'm going to put my minus 3, multiply by 2, add 13. So we reach a point where we just have subtraction in the brackets alone. And again, this deals with directed numbers, which we will come back to, dealing with positive and negative numbers. So I'm just going to say 1 minus 3. I'm just going to say 3 minus 1, which is 2. I'm going to put 2. But because the 3 is the bigger number and it has a negative, I'm just going to put back the minus sign there. Don't worry if you don't understand it as yet. Next class, we'll get into this. And then you'll be like, oh, right? And now I'm just going to put back my multiply by 2, add 13. And now we have negative 2 by 2 plus 13. Let's go for BODMAS again. Multiplication comes before addition. So we're going to do negative 2 by 2, which is just 2 by 2, 4. And because one of them are a negative number or subtraction, I'm going to put back negative 4. And then I'm going to add 13. And again, 2 different numbers. Negative 4 add 13, which would be 13 minus 4. If I switch it, 13 minus 4, which is just 9. Right? But I hope that you guys understand, the basic concepts of BODMAS, brackets, order, which is power, division, multiplication, addition, and subtraction. And I hope that you guys watch this video as many times as possible to ensure that you go into your tutorial session a bit more comfortable and to go through more questions with your tutor, right? So I will see you guys for our following video. Take care.